heat going in here. Welcome back, guys. I thought I'd do a part 7 for you. Show you guys what I got done so far. I finished up the rear bulkhead, just like I did in the front. See the fronts there. Last video there on part 6 of my camper rebuild. I didn't have this done yet. And yeah, you can see I used some 3/4 here. Cut those out of some pieces. Got the strap perfectly where I need. You can also see, started running some wiring. It's going to be for all the lights going out. And I'm running all my wiring through the ceiling and down over here. And yeah, you can see I got some wire run for the bathroom. Ran some wire over to feed some power to the kitchen area. And I got all the front wiring done for the front lights. So, coming along. What I'm in here today doing is planning out the bathroom and where I'm going to put my air conditioner, because this is where I'm going to put the air conditioner. It's going to be a cabinet here, and the air conditioner is going to be here. I'm going to take advantage of having that vent there, and that'll vent out for the air conditioner. And what I plan to do is, if you look up here, this is where the old fridge heat would go out. So I'm going to close all of this in. I'm going to keep that vent on the roof, and instead of it letting heat out, I'm going to use it to suck air in. So I'm going to build a little channel back here that runs behind the cabinets to the top of the air conditioner, so that the air can come in from outside into the air conditioner and then blow out the back. So instead of me putting holes in the floor or drilling more holes into the lower cabinet here and trying to vent the air conditioner, I'll just take advantage of what's already there, because I plan to leave that vent on there. So anyways, I'll go into the shop and show you what I've been doing, because I haven't been doing too much work here. It's been cold, as you can see. I have the heater going right now, and not too bad in here now. It's comfortable. There's the water tank. But yeah, so things have been on pause for a little while, and I don't use that electric heater too much. Not when I have that. But so I'm measuring right now for my kitchen, because I need to know how much room I'm going to have for my kitchen. I plan to put my stove to the right hand side. You see the stove I got a really good deal on a vintage RV stove. I'll show you guys in a minute. But anyways, I want to put my stove right here. I'm trying to see if I have enough room for my fridge, because I just have a mini fridge. I just want a little fridge. I don't want a big one with a freezer. Well, it has a little freezer in it, but I don't need a big fridge. I'm planning on just small weekend trips and stuff with this. And if I need more room, then I'll get a cooler. But anyways, I want to see if I can get my sink and my fridge and my stove in this spot. So I've measured from this stud, because that is where the bed used to go to, right here. And this is a plug for outside. I still have to run wires for that. That'll be in the future. But I'm trying to see how much room I'm going to have, because I need to plan. I need to plan out everything I plan to put in here. As you can see, I drew on the floor. I still have to put the plywood down. I'm going to be covering this with a 3/8 plywood. The reason I haven't done it yet is I want to be able to draw on the floor and try to map out where my cabinets and stuff are going. You can see I have a line up here. And that's where I'd like my bathroom to be. And I'll talk more about that in the future. But I need to have room for my air conditioner, and then maybe some cabinets down here, or drawers down here, and maybe a little closet over here to hang stuff. But that's still undecided today. Just get measurements for the stuff that I got, and I thought I'd show you guys where I'm at. I call this part 7. The rear bulkhead and the wiring is started. So and then what I plan to do for the wiring is I'm going to be having a bench here, and this will have a little countertop here. But I'm going to be making all my 12-volt connections in an area over here, and all my 110 is going to be in the closet over there. The original power coming in, there's the old box. And I'm going to use the old box with glass fuses. That's right. I'm going to keep the soul of the trailer with the electrical panel, because there's not much I get to keep in here. This is what I'm going to be keeping. The electrical panel. This light, if I can manage to make a cover for it, because it does not have the face cover. Oops, wire falling. I would like to save that light, but I don't have a cover for that, because these have the 12 volt and the 110. Same with this. Get it down here in the light so you can see it. See how it's got the 12 volt and the 110? I really like this one. I really do like this light. It's got the two switches, 110, 12 volt. So that one I'm going to try to make a shade for it. This one, I don't know if I can find a shade for it. I'd really like to recycle this base just because it has the 12 volt and the 110. And these are porcelain. These pieces here are porcelain, so I don't have to worry about the quality of them. And you can see it even has a brass or a copper plate right here with all the specs stamped into it. So I'd like to keep the lights. I've been searching on Marketplace and looking at vintage lights constantly to try to find something that has a globe that will fit this, because this is out of the bathroom. So if I can reuse that, I will. And I'll talk more about that in the future. So those two lights I'd like to use. But there's my water tank. It's enough jibber jabber for now. I've got my measurements. So I'm gonna go into the shop and I'll show you guys some of the stuff that I got for the trailer, because I'm trying to do this on the lowest budget I can. So anytime I see something pop up really cheap on Marketplace, I pick it up. So in the end, I'll tally up what it cost me to build my camper. Anyways, enough jibber jabber. Let me take you guys over to the shop. Alright, now we're in my shop. I'll show you some of the stuff I've been gathering for the camper. I'll start with this light. I had this globe kicking around my shop for like 4 years now. Somebody was going to get rid of it, and in the camper there was these two metal lights with a jar looking globe. So I stuck this on here, and I'm going to repaint this nice glossy black. And I'm going to use this in the camper. Probably over by the gaucho or the couch, whatever you want to call it. So there's one thing. And there's the stove. There's the stove, guys. I'll talk about that in a minute. This sink is the original sink from the camper. It's got a screw-in drain, so when you're going down the road, you don't have to worry about your water blowing out of your sink and making a mess. I don't know if you guys know about that, but so I'm going to keep the original sink. It's perfect size. It's a single. It's got some blemishes, but it's part of the camper. It's soul. So that's original. That'll stay. This microwave. Got that for free from my sister, who's doing they did a reno in their kitchen, and they bought this as a temporary, and then when they were done and they got their new kitchen installed, they gave me that for my camper. So thank you, sister. This fridge I was going to use, but somebody painted it black. It's pretty ugly. So I changed my mind, and I'll show you what I got instead of that. So that'll probably end up staying in my shop for cold beverages. This stove is a vintage 1980s Wedgwood stainless steel propane camper stove that was on Marketplace for $100. And it wasn't as nice as it is right now. I bought it and restored it. I probably should have did a video on that. You guys might have liked that. But I cleaned up all the burners. I pulled it all apart and cleaned it all. Got all the mouse poop and everything out of it and washed it. And made sure all the lines were good and nothing was broken. This was pretty rusted up, so I repainted the back piece black. I repainted this piece black. This had a wood grain sticker on the handle. I just put black electrical tape over it for now. I think that'll do. I just like the way it has these vintage black knobs. The oven knob is over there. Inside the oven, mint condition, never used. It's all black. It's dusty right now, but it's perfect. And these side pieces I'm going to pull off and paint black in the future. I just wanted to see if I could get them cleaned up. They got some pretty nasty rusting happening. So I'm going to paint those black. I'm going to leave this stainless. These have some rusting in that on them, but I'm okay with that. I'll just clean them up and oil them. And then the top cover here got some rusting. I had to really spend a lot of time cleaning this up. So that's as best as it's going to get. I'll paint these black to match with the rest of the stuff. My sun is blinding today. But yeah, there's the stove. That's a really nice stove. I picked that up for $100 on Marketplace. And just put, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours into it. Cleaning it, pulling it apart. And I still got more time, but I mean, everything's perfect on it. It's awesome. I wasn't really looking for one with an oven, but everybody wanted so much money for them. In my area, it's about $200, $250 for stoves. Some of the people want $200 just for the ones that are just 3 elements with no oven. So I figured, I don't mind having an oven. I can always warm up food in there instead of cooking it here. I can just warm something up in the oven, so I'm okay with that. So anyways, there's my stove, and I just picked up this fridge today, actually. Just picked up this fridge for $50, brand new. The lady used it for 2 weeks. There's the manuals, there's the plastic. When I got there, they had the box and everything. I didn't want the box. I said I'll just take it the way it is. Yeah, so they gave me that for $50. It's got the retro looking handle and Frigidaire on there. This isn't locked in right now. I just don't want it getting broken because this is plastic. Plastic. Ugh. Anyways, so that's my fridge. And then a while back I got this air conditioner for $50 as well. It's got a remote, works good. But it's a black one. They're harder to find black. I wanted everything to be black. I wanted the air conditioner black, fridge black, microwave black. And I did want a black stove, but I'm okay with this one because I'm going to do the trim black on both sides to match the black there and the black I did here. It'll look really good. So there's my kitchen setup. And then I got this porcelain sink and those lights. Those are 12 volt. They were 110 power pack plug-in lights for outdoor, for lighting up your stairs, and the power pack part didn't work, so I cut the wires because it said on the power pack that it steps the power from 110 down to 12 volt, 5 amp I think. So I hooked this up to my deep cycle battery and those lights light up perfect. So I'm going to run those off 12 volt in the camper. So I got a bunch of little, sorry, it's pretty cool. I'll show them to you. My sister gave me these as well. They were going to throw all this stuff away because the power pack the power didn't work. So I'm going to use these 12 volt lights for underglow. Nice stainless steel lights, so that'll match with the stove. So I can bring some metal into the camper, black, steel. It'll look nice. And I'm hoping I can fit this sink that I got from my sister as well. They redid their bathroom. Well, I did their bathroom for them in their basement, and they were gonna get rid of this sink, and I said I'll take that sink because I could use it in a camper because it's pretty narrow. You can see how narrow it is here, and I like the way the base narrows. So if I do a cabinet below the sink, which I'm going to have to do to hide the plumbing, it's going to be narrow enough that my knees aren't hitting it while I'm on my porta potty. So hoping I can use that. So there we go. That's what I've been doing, guys. Collecting stuff for the camper so I can plan it all out. So now I know I got 53 inches inside of the inside the camper for my kitchen. I need to minus my stove plus whatever I'm going to have on the right side, and then I'm going to have to measure my sink here and put it over here. I'll measure my stove, fridge, and sink and see if I can fit those three on that side, because I'd like to have my stove and my fridge side by side and then the sink over here so that the cabinet behind me is just the air conditioner and then a closet with a bunch of storage for all the kitchen stuff. Because there is going to be an upper cabinet, of course, but the microwave is going to be in the upper cabinet as well. So I'll be able to put my plates and all that stuff and maybe a cabinet over the stove. And then all my food and other stuff can go across from us. But anyways, figure let you guys know what's going on with the camper. That's part 7 of the Glendale Glenette. I'll talk to you guys soon. And take care. Stay safe, guys.